thank you. Now at 10, a story of survival, and it's an amazing one. A local woman says her pit bull is the reason she made it through stage 3 breast cancer. And now she's sharing her story in a book, and it's called IncrediBullStella. Thank you so much for being here. This, when I started reading about it, it was amazing. Marika Meeks is her name, by the way. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Okay, it's kind of a long and involved story.
Yes.
First, you got through cancer.
Yes.
And then you got the dog. And what happened after that?
Yeah, well, I was blown out of the water with a stage 3 cancer diagnosis and really was convinced that I was going to die. And at the end of my treatment, I had managed to survive, but I had forgotten how to live. And so I was still really trapped in that fear and anxiety and guilt and shame and all those other feelings.
So
and
recovery afterwards.
Yeah, and not
really
knowing
tough.
how to move on. And I got the inkling to adopt a dog, and we ended up with Stella. And from the day we brought her home, she changed my life and our family the same day.
Now, I hear you didn't even want a dog.
I wanted a dog. My husband had one requirement. We got married, and that's that we wouldn't ever have dogs.
Okay,
so
okay.
Life has changed a bit for all of us.
Now, tell me how she helped you. First of all, she's very mellow. She's a pit bull, which kind of doesn't go together.
Yeah.
In people's minds, that is. And
Yeah.
that's one of the things you want to dispel.
Yeah, I really want people to see these dogs for everything they have to offer. There's a lot of headlines that misrepresent what type of dogs are involved in what activities, and every dog should be judged as an individual. And if we could marry up the number of people who are suffering like I was with the amount of dogs that we have at Maricopa that are desperately looking for homes, we really could make a positive change in the world.
So with that, what is your personal story about how she helped you?
Yeah, well, my daughter had left a suicide note while I was out here in Scottsdale undergoing treatment. We were living in Indiana, and we weren't really able to reconnect. She was okay, but we weren't able to really get our relationship back on track.
Okay.
And the day we brought Stella home, Katie and I fell back in love with each other as we were bonding with this animal, and she gave me my daughter back, and it kind of set our whole family on a new mission, on a new course.
Now, would you say it's her temperament, it's the vibes that you're getting from her that's kind of getting you through and kind of changing things in your perspective, your new perspective on life?
Yeah. I hadn't had a dog in a really long time, and just to have that positive focus, something else to focus on other than my own self-absorption with my cancer diagnosis, it really brought me out of my shell. But what most importantly happened is Stella is a conduit for human connection. So where I was depressed and anxious and isolating myself, when I brought Stella into the picture, I was talking to everybody, and she really lifted me up and gave me a new place to start.
I love that story. IncrediBullStella, this book you just came out last week.
Yes.
And you're already going on a nationwide tour.
Yes.
You're going to be at Changing Hand Bookstore. When is that going to happen?
That's tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Stella's going to be there. Another Instagram famous dog, Porter, is going to be there as well, and it's going to be great.
And how many followers does she have?
She has about 80,000 followers.
80,000 followers. Now, when people come to change, oh, look at her, she's so mellow. She's just chilling. When people come really quickly because they're wrapping me, what do you encourage people to ask you about and talk about other than Stella?
Yeah, that we want to be a message of hope. Our stories always involve dogs, but really it's about giving people hope. And if you're in the middle of a tough situation, hang in there, because you will find a silver lining in that cloud later in life that will help so many other people, and like us, animals as well.
Well put. Marika, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
And thank you, Stella. You can just chill there. You're good. Take it easy.